Okay, there we go. I didn't start the meeting, that's fine. Ask her again. Juan and Mari. Yes. Ask one more time. Alicia, if you hear me on Zoom, are you able to unmute? And start your video? You should have. Yes.
Mari's 5 minutes away.
Okay. I see you now. Now you just have to unmute. Let me ask you to.
It's funny, you know, we've been using actively, everybody's been using like Zoom for I don't know how many years, and we still can. It's still funny things, and you look and the camera goes up, and you know the thing is facing your chest, and now you're, you know, it's hilarious. Very hilarious.
I see you, but you're still on mute. There should be a microphone at the bottom of your screen. Part of the rules is that we hear her and she hears us, so I want to make sure that. I see that you're talking, but you're still on mute. Or we can't hear you if you're on mute. There should maybe be a message at the top. I'm asking you to unmute on your screen. You're trying, okay. So I see that you're trying, but I'm trying to help you, you know. She could maybe call us instead.
What are the other options with those 3 dots next to ask unmute?
I've clicked the ask to unmute button, so usually it pops like on the screen, like up here. I'm not great at lip reading. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're gonna have to hear you for you to you know, be part of the motions. Okay, I'll ask you this way just in case that works, but let me give you access to the chat. That way you can maybe put in chat if you're having an issue. This is the first time I've had a committee member join via Zoom. So.
Hey, I'm sorry for sorry. Are you good, man? You good?
Not really good accent.
I don't know. You know yourselves? Hello.
Or Lord. Is it all? Agenda. Yeah.
What's for you?
I'll try. Do you want to?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please send it over.
Are participants force muted maybe?
Oh, here's it. I can hear everyone, but I cannot unmute. I saw mute. Yeah, I've asked her to unmute already, and usually for other meetings, it's worked.
Can you send her the Zoom call info?
Yeah. If you join through phone, then you should be able to hear me.
Yeah.
No, we are, man.
Yes. Where am
I think, listen, we're even, listen, we're even already, that's it, we are even.
We're not a pilot.
We are even, that's it,
The long name.
we are even, my brother.
So to confirm, yes, you were here, man.
We are even. That makes me feel bad. Shh. Hey. Just-
And we did April.
Right, so well, I would should have finished, but yes, we did April, go ahead and do April. I wanted to not take it one step at a time, how far are you gonna go?
I just sent you an email, Felicia, about joining through phone. So if you want to call in on your phone, maybe we can
Yeah,
do
this way I
that.
always wanted to do that. That's when everybody puts their own, so nobody gets, oh, I wasn't, you know. Then I have the little key on the bottom, so
Yeah, I remember we used to do this.
we say, yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't want to be- Should I put like an X?
well, no, there's a key on the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absent. Well, is it a?
Yes, you can join on
Okay.
multiple
Okay.
devices. So if you're on a computer, you can call in on your
And then
phone
we'll
for
ask,
audio.
hey, from the members that are not here,
Does that
did
make
you
sense?
receive any communications?
Okay.
And then right there and then you just write an eight.
Because I'm not sure
Excuse,
why
not acceptable.
Zoom's not letting you unmute.
What falls under excuse?
I don't know, it's honestly, it's.
Participants are automatically muted, right? By the.
Yes,
I
but
was at the
usually
chair
it's asked
meeting.
unmute and then they unmute on their side, but I guess she doesn't see that option
Every,
for some reason.
when, every,
Maybe try leaving and coming back,
it's the same joke.
Yeah.
Changing these
like what
rules,
you mentioned
a new couple
earlier.
of,
We'll see if that works.
councilmen are here, and then now it's like.
You're on your phone right now?
Listen,
Ooh.
people just need to climb, stick to that. They're there, they're good. But they're not being forced.
I would also say like,
Did you get it?
on your mind, it's the thing that has hurt us the most.
We have to
Like
hear
the
yours
rule of like having to go to.
Okay.
One prior.
Do you mind leaving the meeting and rejoining to see if that will work with the
I
settings?
mean, I
It
don't,
was something like that, yeah.
I think it's two, no?
is it two?
I think so. No, it's one. It's one.
You came to one.
I did.
I remember,
thank
gee,
you.
I remember that. I remember that.
You came to one, so were you able to apply after, or you had to apply before and then come to one?
He
I
applied.
just came to both. Well, I came to, because I really wanted to focus on the movie, no offense.
No, that's it.
But this was also on my radar, so I think
Did she make this or did it?
submitted an app for the
This
public
was made
safety,
the
and by
beginning.
the time they got back to me.
I looked at it and I realized that I mentioned it. So I gave it 3,000.
Education started, but.
Yeah.
No, I-
So I gave it the version, she's like,
We used to
What would
do
they do?
20 people.
we made it.
I was not.
Yeah, I think I'm 10 minutes.
Okay, so the answer's just right.
Good.
Yeah, we used to be like, full, it was hard to get in.
Yeah,
We're in April.
I think honestly, after the pandemic.
I don't think you were here last week.
That's what.
Yeah.
It's been the fact
I was like,
that
She made me feel bad.
Oh,
yeah?
But it was,
I don't,
We need him to come back.
not,
We need you.
Sophie
for
was
Zoom.
absent?
No, if you were
But
absent,
when Zoom does
then
this.
for that, don't touch it, we're gonna go over.
This
Well, you know, you
happens
just
like
put
every
it
meeting.
for that month, just put it, is it, you see the key on the bottom?
A plus?
Yeah,
It's
now I'm a plus.
Yeah, April. Very nice.
Okay. And then we'll just, now, Isabel, were you ever, we're looking at?
If you wanted to just like check off when you all remember being at the meeting, and just double check that spreadsheet within weeks if you want.
I'm saying, do you mind if you just, look, is that accessible? Just,
I can pull up, yeah, I have all of them in the file, the agendas, so I can go one by one.
well, not the agenda, the minutes.
Yeah, the agenda packet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just so we can finalize this, and you can do it in the meantime, that we're doing the meeting, you know, to.
In April. Only one. We took solid minutes.
Or, so I mean,
Oh,
yeah. Well, I got you. For today, and I know you were here in April, right? So just look for your name, you were here in April,
I didn't see him there in April.
yeah, because you're anybody. Just put your initials, yeah. And now we're just gonna, she's gonna look at the minutes to see, you know, moving back, going back, which was to the meeting. When did you start it again? In January or February?
I think February.
No, I think in February, yeah. I gotta make sure.
Can you look?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Meaning that coge maíz, He already filled it out.
oh,
Yeah, let me know, March, so I can put it here, like, not. Sorry, so this is good. So we'll keep it here now. When she goes, we'll find it. Are we ready?
Yes, we have four.
Agenda. Okay. So is, we're live? Felicia, can you hear us? One, not, yes? Move your head forward, back, yes, good,
She can hear us, but we can't hear her.
okay,
Oh.
awesome.
Which,
And you're not able to call in to the number that was on the invite?
she's on the phone right now.
She's on mute though.
Yeah, the problem is she's unable to unmute.
But she's not, she
After
didn't
on mute,
call,
maybe
she's
it'll
doing
go.
video. So
Right,
she clicked on the link to Zoom.
which
Mhm.
is, you have to do video to join in remotely.
Oh, you do?
Yes, so.
Oh, so-
I
oh,
twisted
so
it.
If you
Wasn't
click
an
that,
option.
maybe it'll send her something.
Yes, I put.
She clicked 20 times.
This is what
I was.
All right, Felicia.
If she has a laptop.
Zoom classes are Monday and Tuesdays over at Helen's place, okay?
Oh,
So what if we call her cell phone on this?
Yes, did you hear that?
we've done that before.
Yeah, what if we call her cell phone on the desk?
I haven't used this phone before, but I think.
We can call her, yeah, we call her,
Just.
just put, put her on speaker, she's on video. Dial this phone, give me the number.
But she's on her phone.
She's
No,
on her
Felicia, are you on your phone
She's
or
on
your
her
cell
phone,
phone?
It should still work.
Oh, listen to me, are you on your phone or your cell phone? Are you on your computer or your cell phone? One for computer, two for cell phone. Show your finger. Show your finger, one for cell phone, two for computer. What are you on?
In front of your face. Okay. she's on
I
this-
can't see you.
She wrote.
Oh, I can't see that far.
I will.
So she's on your cell phone.
On my cell phone.
Okay, no, I got contacts, but I don't know why I still can see it. All right, Felicia, so we tried. Unfortunately, you're only gonna be able to hear us.
She could write in.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. It's 8:49. Madam Secretary, we'd like to
Oh, yes, at 8:49. Roll call, Felicia Salazar, virtually present, Frank Pellegrino,
Present.
Helen present, Isabella absent, Javier Absent. Jesus. Absent. Juan.
Present.
Present and Rudy.
Present.
Thank you, Chair, you have quorum.
Thank you. All right, order of business, deferrals, addition, deletions.
Before we continue, could you add to the roll call Mario Panero? So.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Mario.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry, Mario.
Mario, you present? Okay, thank you.
You're first on my notes.
No,
No? All right, so seeing none, we're gonna move on to public comments.
For additions, we have a presentation, the Vision Zero report, right? So we can add that to the agenda.
So
New
C,
business.
and what is the report on?
Vision
Zero.
Visions zero.
And transportation master plan.
Is this, staff updates or?
Yeah.
and transportation master plan. Through the chair.
So wait, but hold on, so, but if it's just a town staff updates, we don't need to,
Is it a presentation
It's
or
a
is it?
quick
Oh, okay.
introduction.
Okay, then we can put that in staff updates. I know something.
Okay.
Okay,
There will be an presentation in the future, but not today.
Okay. Okay, so that would be.
I like it.
yes, that's fine.
The only other thing I have for the agenda is the budget. The budget deadline's coming up for the new fiscal year, so
So you wanna add new
that would be
business.
C.
AC,
You're right there.
budget approval, just put budget. in there.
Good time.
Maybe we'll put some points over.
Okay, Mario, do you say you want to have something else?
No, we have plenty on that.
Okay, good. All right, anything else? Okay, so motion to add AC, which is budget approval,
Second.
any additional discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. We'll continue to public comments. Okay, seeing there's no one from the public,
No.
we'll move on to approval of the minutes from the regular NIC meeting from 4/16/25. That everyone had an opportunity to review them.
Oh, was that earlier?
Yes.
Was, right? I didn't get any comment. You said you had something.
Let's see. No, I think I'm good.
I'll make a motion to pass.
I'll second the motion. Any additional comments? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, the ayes have it. Motion passes. Item number 6, town staff updates.
San Alonso Town of Miami Lakes, Planning and Transportation Department, this is Justin. His transportation coordinator, and thank you for having us. We are here to ask you to help us with a new endeavor that we're embarking on. We received a significant grant last year to produce our Vision Zero master plan and our transportation master plans. So here we go, and it's communities like yours that are gonna help make this successful and bring it to work. Obviously, we have a consultant that is doing all the numbers and all the shenanigans, but you know, public input is invaluable. And obviously, here we are, right? We're bringing you some postcards that we just printed right now, so you are having a preview. This is not even on social media yet. It is hot off the press. These are jerry-rigged 10 minutes ago, did you not? But the website is already active. If they're updating it right now, they're adding the Spanish version. But you can already start adding your comments on places that you see things that are related to pedestrian safety, related to traffic safety, related to lighting, anything that has to do with Vision Zero is basically an effort to reduce traffic fatalities to zero. And that goes through the design of our roadways so that all our users, be pedestrians, bicycles, and or traffic users, even if they get into an accident, the fatality or the high injury risk goes significantly down. We're not gonna stop accidents. Accidents are still gonna happen, but we're gonna try and reduce the severity of the accidents or the impact of the humans involved, right? And that involves both pedestrians, obviously vehicle users, bicycle users, and freight. So we're getting started right now, still fresh, it's still nothing much has happened yet. But we're here to like
I see one.
start you all out as part of, right? I know that y'all
Thank
put
you.
together a bike ride for the community at some point. We would love to have our team join your bike ride, both for purposes of outreach and also to be able to sort of evaluate the route from like the perspective of the bike route and stuff. So,
So this is like, I mean, it's separate from like the Mighty Lakes app, right?
yes, this is brand new.
Connected.
This is brand new. We will be collecting data through this. This is a data collection effort. This will be put on social media soon enough. You should see it everywhere soon. And we'll be collecting as much data as possible. Right now, one of the problems we have is that most of the traffic fatality data we have is about the highway system, which sure, but just because you're not having fatalities today doesn't mean that we don't have conditions that could prove fatal should the wrong set of circumstances happen. So what we're trying to do is basically set up a good report, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a report that gives us a juice in the future to when we discuss with other agencies, FDOT, the county, TPO, all, the alphabet soup of transportation agencies in that affect our roadways and our transportation system, that we have a really, really beefy, I know, that's what I was gonna tell you, they're putting the Spanish version in, so it's, thank you for trying, yes, yay you. They're putting in the Spanish version in right this second, so it should be back up tomorrow morning, because they're like adding the Spanish version, but sorry, what was I saying? I forgot. This basically gives us like the backbone. So when we talk to bigger and scarier agencies, that we can say, yes, that Vision Zero master plan. So if you don't do it this way, then guess what? You're putting my population at risk of fatalities, and it just changes the conversations in a very good way. So I count on your committee to like use.
Platforms, sorry.
Yes, I'm gonna use y'all and
Okay.
shamelessly to promote and to reach out and to use your events for with your permission.
Yeah, this is good, cause there's several spots where lighting is a huge issue,
Yes,
You think?
you
yeah,
think?
huge issue.
And again, we're gonna be conducting pedestrian audits. We're gonna be walking everything in the town but obviously, we can walk all we want and we can do all the audits we want. There's nothing like the everyday user to see things that, I know my neighborhood and I know exactly where every rock is upturned and it's not so much about maintenance issues as much as it is like systemic issues of like, this is just not designed right. Like we can, this curve should be a little softer, or maybe these radius should be different so that cars are not peeling through so fast. Like, am I making sense? Maybe we need a crosswalk in places, like one of the first audits we've done already through the TPO with 67th Avenue, and one of the first findings I had is that we have no pedestrian crossways. So you're basically having to go, either Main Street or you're going all the way to Pollo Tropical to cross, right? So what is happening? That a lot of people are jaywalking.
Yeah, and the whole park you only have by the church, to
Right.
be honest, and then by Casa Lana, And I don't even think by Casablanca there's a crosswalk, you have to go all the way to get to like Puerto Right, right? Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So, and again, you know, if you throw some schools in the middle and then you throw some, you know, a couple of drunk people in Chelas on Friday night, now you have a concoction for something that maybe it hasn't happened yet, but there's no reason why it hasn't happened. Like, it hasn't happened because, you know,
Crazy about
because of great, yes, not
And-
because,
How you saying that question?
Yeah, I guess my question is, you mentioned data right now is currently coming from like highways, but what about, I mean, you mentioned fatalities, like non-fatalities, like accidents, is that information already
we have-
collected?
yeah, we're collecting all
And
that right.
incorporated?
Obviously, we have access to county data, police data, hospital data, and this is already getting collected, and we're piggybacking, not piggybacking in the sense of the contract, but piggybacking in the efforts of the county that already has the Region Zero master plan, and they published it last year. So we're gonna be starting with that and sort of fine tune it to fit Miami Lakes and to make it even more. Again, this is the spine for the next 10 years to talk to agencies about any improvements they're gonna do in the town. If, you know, FDOT is coming in to amend connection with anything, we can talk about it from the standpoint of safety of the user and not just have to basically eat whatever they propose, because their first priority is traffic flow and our first priority should be safety, right? So these are competing interests. We need to have something to say, yes, but what you're proposing goes against the interest of safety of the users of the town. So again, just, and right now I'm talking in generalities because obviously this is not done, right? Like, we're still working on it, but, and we just started. So, you know, but I am here to like engage you, to bring you along and to like have you participate actively as part of this effort.
And in that conversation, are you guys gonna have the school board as well?
Correct. Yes,
That's the major part of our
Correct.
traffic. I mean, we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schools
Yes,
in town.
yes.
I mean, you notice it when we don't have school, the difference. So,
We have a project working group that includes the school system, FDOT, TPO, Miami-Dade, Public Works. And it's basically an oversight because they don't want us to make a plan that doesn't make sense, right? They want us to make a plan again. The beefiness of this is super important to everybody because I want to be able to sort of, and Justin, when he's the boss and then I'm gone, right? Like, this is what we want to use for the next 20, 15 years, to be able to evaluate our projects for every improvement we want to do in the town and every improvement that is coming from other agencies, that we can evaluate it from the point of view of safety. And make sure that we're, again, prioritizing safety instead of traffic flow. So this is when we start talking about reducing speed limits in some areas, when we start talking about speed bumps, right? These are all safety improvements.
roundabout.
The roundabout, correct, the way that you are, the way that you advocate for these things, for all three of these things that we have been clamoring in the community for, the way you really clamor them systematically for the entire town is through this kind of effort, where you can just present, these are the improvements that would make our town safer, and just then begin to go one at a time and start finding specific projects that we can implement and ask for specific money from a specific agency, so.
And being
I have two
proactive
questions.
is obviously the point, not being reactive, not wait for something to happen. It's very good. Thanks.
So I have two questions. One, how is this going to connect with, I think I remember it's called Complete Street?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, how is that in connection with Complete? Because Complete Street is actually an initiative that came out of this committee, many months ago.
Thank you.
And if I, correct me if I'm wrong, it would only come into place when there's new renovations,
Yes.
new work. You're not gonna go in and retrofit it. It would only come in if you're making certain repairs, then Complete Street, that's when they kick in. So how would this connect, and has that conversation even,
Correct. This is
taking place?
It's part of.
Okay,
It's all part of. One of the end product of this will have an update for separately transportation master plan, because we're having that effort happen concurrently. I just talked about Vision Zero, but we're also doing the master plan separately. But Vision Zero will inform the master plan. And as part of this effort, we will update our bikes and trails master plan and our complete streets master plan and every other master plan that has to do with transportations on the streets.
A lot of work.
It will
Yeah.
be informed, yes, which is why this is a gargantuan effort that we're about to, like, I'm super excited, but I'm just exhausted just thinking about it. Because it's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna take a lot of community work. Well, cause you know, if I'm doing this by myself with some consultant shut up in a room, the result is not gonna be anything that makes any sense. Cause I hate to tell you, consultants love to draw things on aerials. And then you come down and like, oh my God, there's a tree there, right? I mean, I think we had that, oh, you were here for that show. That's not what we're here for, right? Like, we want this to be something that is realistic and that is gonna really be a tool for the town to use for the foreseeable future.
My other question is, one of the biggest challenges, and I'm sure that a lot of these inner neighborhoods have, including mine, is that every time we talk about speed bumps, the first thing that comes up is, well, this is, I mean, our artery, we can't put speed bumps. How are you guys going to overcome these, barriers to, again, incorporate the safety factor? But then at the same time, you got these people pushing here, or you really cannot, you're not gonna be able to overcome them.
So the first thing that you have to do is change the conversation. Because when your conversation is all about traffic flow, then we're already losing that angle, right? And that's one of the reasons that, and thankfully, there's an effort statewide since the last, I'm gonna say 5 years or so, where the state is changing the conversation around all of these things. We are now finally being able to, because we are usually on a shoestring budget, so people are talking about money today. This town usually operates on fumes and spark plugs. We're now arriving at this now because we got this humongous grant from the Federal Highway Administration to do this because Miami-Dade County already did it. So we're sort of like the third rail already. The state already has their Target Zero, which is a similar effort, but it's a little different. Miami-Dade has Vision Zero, and we're coming right after the Vision Zero of Miami-Dade County. So this is, again, changing conversation all the way through all the agencies. That doesn't mean that every integral part of these agencies every person is already on the right ball, right? And sometimes when you're dealing with an individual engineer that is just designing some road, somewhere, and you go out there and you're like, yes, sir, but this bike lane, a little narrow, right? And it's not protected, and that's not how we do things anymore. We don't do these kinds of bike lanes anymore. The way that you change the conversation is, sir, this bike lane is unacceptable in this town because our Vision Zero master plan requires us to build bike lanes this other way. End of conversation. Now that's no longer, we're not gonna talk about, this anymore. We're gonna be talking about
Right.
what we, right?
And has that come up? I don't want to continue, John, but has that come up in certain areas
Yeah.
where there are main streets and a lot of people are asking for a speed bump, and they say, well, we can't have it here because it's a main entry to that neighborhood
Speed
for
bumps
first
is
responders.
interesting.
Yeah.
The speed bumps particularly is a very interesting
Topic.
because they are a safety, but they're a solution that is sort of like a slapstick solution to a problem, right? Like that's a desperate solution.
It's like a
to
Band-Aid. So
It's a Band-Aid and not necessarily a good Band-Aid.
And it's not aesthetically the best.
Sure, and you can even go there, that, functionally is not even the best Band-Aid, right? So the point is that what you need in many of these places is a reduction of the speed of the traffic. And there's many ways to accomplish this. Obviously, this is every street is a little bit different. So you're the speed bump is basically like the one size fits all solution. every street where you're gonna evaluate a reduction in traffic or a reduction in speed or a reduction in the rate at which people travel through it, you're gonna accomplish that in a different way. And that's the kind of thing that we are trying to sort of attack on a bigger level, right? Have more strategies, not have, oh my God, we just need a speed bump. And that's like the only solution we have, right? We have problems, right? And if the only solution we have is a speed bump, then we're like treating everything the same way. That's not the best solution for everything. There is different solutions for different problems.
Got it. All right,
I mean, one of the examples is what we just did in 146, which is, I don't know if you guys have seen it
I
on.
go,
Next to
I
Barbara.
do agree with you,
I-
but it is not,
That is not.
Not
it.
there
that
yet.
is the best design
No,
that,
I
that
think
Not
you-
there yet, we need to put some trees, but that is that is a beautiful facility. It has narrowed the street significantly because that was a corridor where you could see all the donuts happening every night. Those two much narrower lanes are now gonna make people travel through there a lot slower because you have narrowed their field of vision. And what we're missing is the trees, which we have funding from parks. But some vertical stuff that also narrows your field of vision vertically. So that not just because they're pretty, they're very functional from the point of view of the driver, right? Because the problem that you have right now is that you still have a very wide angle of view. So right now it's still not functioning as it should because of the vertical angle. Now, the grant for that didn't have money for trees, so we're have to scrape and pay for the trees from somewhere else, which is why there's still no trees there, but we're working on it, and there will be some. And when you're putting those trees and create that vertical tunnel, that vision tunnel,
it'll look,
that is gonna look better and it's also gonna feel slower.
But-
Because no driver is gonna be.
all right, that's not the topic for now.
you know, but my only.
Come on.
Just like you said on this, what was more important there? Was it the flow of traffic or was it the speed? Because now you created
So in that.
traffic.
Have pedestrian traffic.
That was my entire life recently.
Yeah, with the new little on the front,
Because of the front.
front, yeah.
That's
The
what
little
you were
yellow
like-
cone in the front on N87,
Yeah,
that's,
What happened, what, the
It was a.
It sticks out
a
too much.
Motorcycle
yeah.
sliced into a car, like cut into a car. I was terrified to drive through it. I have never seen an accident there in my entire life.
You see, when the 87th, that little thing sticks out way too much. That little
We'll
yellow.
look
that
at
little
that. I
thing
was
sticks out
on it, yeah,
way-
I'm not-
Raised curve?
Yeah.
Curve way too much.
My dad like he uses the bike. I think he's the only person that uses the bike. It's working on one person, but that accident scared me, I will say.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that was like the first few days that that road was finished that that accident happened.
No. It would happen a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go, I'm gonna. make
But it
sure
does
to look
create
at that.
huge traffic in the morning and the
It
afternoon.
must have been.
Huge.
It was scary.
Well, that's because the traffic patterns have to adapt to new configurations. And you still have a ginormous school there that has. I forget the number, but it's insane how many kids. And
Starting with 33, we're down to 28.
yeah, and I can tell you that they all come in individual vehicles.
Yeah. But
There
there's no
is-
buses.
Thank you. So again, you're like getting me into a different soapbox.
Yeah, that's why I said you didn't have the smoke, the school person down
Sorry,
there.
then bring it in. I got that soapbox.
That's a whole.
Yeah, but that's a different soapbox. Now, one of the reasons that this bike facility is really a bike facility, but it's a share use path. That's why it's a wide thing in the middle. We are hoping that at some point that'll start to get used to drop off some of those students and have the parents leave the neighborhood really fast and not clog up the entire thing so that they can walk that little bit. Now, for that, we still need to create a little connection from that path to the school so that they can walk that little bit at the end. But a little bit at a time because that's all the money we had and we ran out. So that's
But
But
thank
makes
you.
sense logistically.
Thank you for your time.
I set up a tree there.
Yeah, and I'm asking for trees with flowers in them, but I've been told no so far. So, but I'm gonna ask again because maybe I didn't have to like.
Yeah.
That's just
Just like how it is right now, it's like it's too hot. to
Yes,
wanna
and no,
use it.
it's totally, the design requires the
Yeah.
trees for it to work, like right now it's not. Again, because you're still not creating the tunnel,
Yeah.
until you create that tunnel, you didn't do it.
Mhm.
Because the tunnel is what narrows your field of vision as you're driving, and that's what's gonna slow down the traffic. Not just the narrower lanes, but also the narrower field of vision. So we still didn't do, but yeah, but that's the sort of idea that you need to go into thinking, right? How do you map, and Commerce Way, for example, Commerce Way is also like, it's a speedway. Right? How do you make that speedway not feel like back into Florida, because, right, we're doing the same thing in Montrose. We've been doing a lot of these
Improvements.
improvements in the last few years, but we're doing them piecemeal and without like a wholesale approach. And we're doing them like where we can get the money, like you apply for a grant and oh my God, we got it, and then we go do it, right? Which is not a great way to go. It's anyway, so here we go.
Thank you so much for your time. I
Very much my
appreciate it. I think
pleasure.
that we appreciate
If you all have cards,
Yep.
it's
the QR code that's not functioning tonight.
Today.
We'll work on it.
but it's a start, so what are you gonna do today?
Thank you guys for.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Work in the next couple of days, let me know, and I'll call the consultant, because they were supposed to be working already. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good
Take
evening.
care.
Staying.
I guess.
Mario, you said that there was no bus at Goldman?
Yeah, plus they have maybe 8 buses, and they have they started 33,000 kids, 1,300 kids, and now it's 28.
Traffic issue there.
The thing is that the system doesn't provide the buses because it's a magnet school. It's not a, they give the 8 other schools the buses. They don't give it to a magnet. So it's not school of choice. So it's not your home school. It's you decide to go there. You gotta never. So everybody comes in from the outside. Everybody. That is, it's ridiculous.
All right.
Oh,
So we're
and
moving on.
Rudy, through the chair, real quick. Just to, if you can make a note for the next agenda to add that there, if, remember we've had that conversation through the grant that we wanted to beautify under 154th, that it needed to be painted,
Mhm.
and would this include that, beautification part? No?
Probably not.
Yeah, I would, that's what.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're going on to 7A. Yes.
Alicia has a few comments. I can read it. So she says, I recommend that everyone check the Miami Dade website on this. There's regulations about school speed zones, very important. If you drive by American High School, beware of the speed zone cameras. Even if the lights are not flashing, they can give you a ticket.
Awesome. Good deal. All right, 7A, ways to beautify under the Palmetto Expressway. Estrada.
He provided this document, you all should have a copy of.
You requested a
Yeah.
paragraph to present,
Awesome.
so that's a summary of the footwork that we've done thus far, including, a little Zoom meeting between, Edgeled, myself and, the engineer for District 6 for the FDOT.
Okay,
And then we were just in a holding pattern pending the outcome of whatever beautification or remodeling they were doing in the median. And now that they're redeveloping or reconstructing the Miami Lakes Hotel, I think that might have something also that they had in mind. But
Yeah.
this is the summary that we have thus far.
perfect. That's awesome. So what we'll do is we'll add this is part of our report, correct?
Correct.
Right now, it's not on there.
It's not on there yet?
Yeah.
We'll add it on.
I'm sorry, I got that to her yesterday.
Okay, no worries. So we'll add it on at the end, and that is what's beautified. So we'll put it on.
Basically, we can't move on this, right, until.
We're waiting on other projects that take precedence over us. In addition to the $38,000 price tag.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So, should we continue just to bring it on, or would you,
I would, yeah. I mean,
let's
I-
continue to leave it there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think we should. I mean, I think it's.
But is there, I'm so sorry, Greg.
No, absolutely.
So, but is there any, I mean, have we, with the money wise, have we hit a barrier? Because what I don't want either is the energy, right, and the resources to be utilize to this, and the fact is that we have no more control at this point, and we just hit it dead end.
Well, I don't think we've hit it that end, because we haven't brought it up to council yet.
Okay.
Now that it's in your council. But in terms of the next step is a resolution from council, so we just need to present it to council and see how
Okay.
they feel about it.
All right, so, and this is basically here, we're asking for, is this, will you feel that this is more than enough information to present it to them, asking for a resolution?
Correct. It says it right there, and we're just waiting from a resolution concerning the maintenance construction.
Awesome.
Make sure you vocalize that one, because right, that you're requesting a resolution.
That's all I've taught needs, a resolution, and then everything else can move forward from there.
What's Susanna's, position? Yes.
She's, let me bring it up, I
Zoning.
don't want to tell you the wrong.
All right, good deal. Thanks, man. All right, the Aiden Perry Your Life Initiative.
Town plan.
So basically, we're gonna be reporting to council in June. By the way, what is the June meeting?
Council meets the week Tuesday of the month, that would be June the 17th at 6:30.
Yeah. At 6:30 starts it, bringing pictures and stuff.
All of the materials for the report is due Thursday the 5th.
So June. Okay.
Did you want us to all sign this letter to give them to him, or you just wanted this general sincere?
No, that's more than enough.
Okay.
Okay, he'll be there. All right, are you gonna be able to be there that day?
I have it on my calendar, I
Awesome.
will accompany you.
Mario,
What?
for the report to council?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Awesome.
With you?
Correct? June 17th.
6:30 p.m. third
Rudy?
Tuesday.
That's a good question.
Okay, yeah, would you take that down?
Yeah, let me-
Yeah, before we decided.
It's gonna get to me. If not, Helen's gonna be there. I know she. Oh my God, I saw 17. I'm like, wait, that's a Saturday, whatever it means. Wow. Yes, I already have it in my calendar, so I should be there.
Written in blood.
Yep. So we should have you good, Helen?
Okay.
Awesome. And then Mario and Frank, you be there? Awesome.
6:30?
6:30, yes. However, I want to be upfront and transparent. We probably won't go up to rate till like 12:01 a.m. So you'll have to sit here for like 7 hours prior to us reporting to council. So-
Is there any way for us to send an email now to the council for us to move that up in the agenda?
This, I've heard they took that off.
Yeah.
I've heard they took it off.
Is that your public comments?
Okay,
Yes.
not too bad, all right.
Well, the good thing is for this report to council, and I know Felicia, put the number 1 up. You're gonna be there, correct? Report to council? Just point a finger up in the camera, your finger. Just one. I can't see it.
Send-
There you go.
Yeah.
There, we got it. Awesome. And one of the things that I personally, I like to get everybody involved, when it comes to report to council. So I will defer to you to read this. I know, Helen would do the pairing, and then Felicia, you do your part. Mario, I don't know if there's anything for you to read.
No, I mean.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Support, emotional support.
Emotional
Emotional support, I guess.
We'll be there.
We just
so-
need from this, I mean, well, when we get there, we'll discuss it, yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, all right, so we're all good on that part. The Aiden Perry, you guys have the letter in front of you. I think we just need, well, first of all, no, let's go back. I'm so sorry. Let's go back to A and approve a motion to approve the report, the summary report to council. Is
I
there a second?
motion to approve the.
No, I motion that.
Oh, okay,
I motion.
sounds like it.
Second, Maurice?
Yes.
Second by Mario. Okay, any additional comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Against? The ayes have it. That's them. All right, the next one is the Adam Perry. Did you guys have a chance to review that letter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we reviewed it last meeting.
I think all we were pending was your feedback on locations. I know you have a list of them, but were you able to like take a look?
Yes. So I think at the beginning, and Where's that list? Was it here?
In the minutes.
It's in the minutes. Okay. So, I think from the get-go, what I realized is definitely, the beaches are fine, but I felt that the ones that are more concerning are the ones that don't have the beach. Because one, I mean, from the majority of the sidewalk for a vehicle to get all the way in, it's a long stretch. I mean, it could happen, but the more concerning ones are like the one driving into Miami Lakes from Hialeah on Ludlam to the right-hand side, which the canals are open. The one on the corner of Publix, so on Ludlam, and you make a right, that corner right there, that's a concerning one. Because that one, it's a shorter distance from the street into the lakes. Thank you.
Okay, where's the one that you were talking about?
Sorry.
Where, on this side?
Yeah, where's Ludlam?
Now,
Right,
Granby.
time.
The Kilda, okay, right here. Okay,
this,
so the entrance right here, right here. So that would be, that for me, from what I saw on the drives, it's a little more concerning. Because the beach is, yes, but now we have these curves that they've done right in front of the beach. Of course, I mean,
Where's
on the
the-
swell.
Just for the car up there.
Correct, so you don't put the car up there, so that will slow them down a little bit. In these areas, all right, I lost it again.
Right there.
There's nothing there. Same thing with, if you keep going down, right, where's, next way?
I have a question, Mara.
I believe there's a
People fish
guardrail
there?
there.
You can fish there all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess the only thing I wanna flag, if we put the ring, is there a chance people are then invited to go swimming? Or is that not like a,
Well,
I see the logic.
just with a canal, that's
Yeah,
not
'cause
even.
you see a ring, you're gonna assume that it's okay to
Uh-huh.
finish playing whatever stay.
There's
Well,
a lot of don't swim in those
here-
areas.
Honestly, okay.
It is.
well, the only thing is, those things typically they don't promote swimming, right? The color of it's more of a safety, right, message than swimming. The only thing is, I mean, I'm gonna invite the mom, hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll come back again. And I think that would be a good question to ask her. You know, what has been your feedback from other municipalities with regards to this? Because I know one of the concern from one of the councilmen was, well, you know, how are we gonna maintain this? If people get rid of it, they throw it, they vandalize it, how do we replace it? I mean, these are all good questions. I just think that's not up to us.
Yeah.
Right? Our initiative and our drive is get them up. Everything else, I think, in my opinion, should be town staff to come up with
Parks and Recs. maybe?
with those. Right, park, that will probably land, you know, under Parks and Recs maintenance. So all the locations, I think, are fine. How many were total? 13?
13 spots, 12 lakes.
Right. So I would I would push for 13. So where's that gonna happen? They can give us 10, and then have the Public Works go out and assess those locations. And then maybe they'll say, okay, look, we feel that these are the most suitable locations for it. But I said all 13 are fine. Let's propose that and see where they come back.
Okay, so we have to modify the list though, right? Cause I don't think we have the canal on there.
I think we did.
I don't see it.
Also, the main pedestrian pathways to the canal should have no social signs.
Yeah,
Right.
they do.
Should, yeah.
So if anything, just placement closer to those signs.
I don't think that canal is there.
No,
No.
I thought I mentioned that.
No.
No, you know why, Bobby?
This-
Because I think we're targeting more the beaches.
Yeah, we can remove beaches.
I said no. I
Okay.
said we'll put them in there.
Okay.
So
Let's say you
add
leave them,
15 of
just
them?
add it, and then it's like, say,
Yeah.
they might decide not to
15,
continue.
give us 5 or 10.
So put, but we did, I remember talking about those two locations. No, maybe at another meeting? Okay, I said we had those two locations then.
Okay, so which, so
So it'll be
And now that Ludlam,
there's I think they're called, oh yeah, there's a pocket park. Or, I'm sorry, right on the entrance of Miami Lakes, on Ludlam and the Grandy. And the other one is on the corner of Miami Lakes Way and Ludlam, literally is right, no, where am I?
that's
No,
it,
right here, here we go.
that's my next drive.
I'm too far. Miami Lakes Way? No, it's right here. It's right here. This is the corner. So 67th Avenue and
Tower,
Miami Lakes Drive.
Tower Public,
Yes,
Publix, yes. Publix is from here.
There's no beach there.
wait,
well,
Yeah.
there's not, but
there's this here, is there an entrance here?
No.
It's right here.
it's private property, but we used to jump off those trees.
No, there's an open, just like this one, it's open.
Yeah, but Lake Catherine, that HOA is, it's operated weirdly insofar as none of that is public access.
No, but what I'm saying is, right here, I mean, knock on wood, God forbid, if there's a crash in this intersection, this car, to try to miss a car, go straight into here, it's going to the water.
But I thought you said beach.
No, we first looked at
Oh,
the
okay,
beaches,
okay.
right? That's what I'm saying, the reason why those two were not there.
Yes.
But as, I drove around and looked at the dislocation, these two, came up right away because of the accessibility via a vehicle. Because correct me if I'm wrong, the issue here was a vehicle
Yeah.
that went in the water,
And
right?
tried
And he
to
went
save
in
it.
trying to save them.
Yeah.
So the beaches, what I noticed again is that they're pretty far out from the street.
Yeah.
So,
Plus the beach goes from, shallow to deep, so.
Right.
That's a clear shot to the water off the highway, off the.
oh, there is,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah.
So then it'll be the corner of 67th Avenue and,
On the next drive.
no, the first one,
Miami Lakes and.
130.
and, no, the Grand, well, there's literally no street there.
130.
Miami Lakes,
67th and the
Pleasant
Grandy.
Right, and then the other one will be Miami Lakes, 67th Avenue, or Ludlam, and, Miami Lakes Drive.
Way or drive?
Hmm?
Way or drive?
No, Drive.
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 Yeah.
You live on Lake Catherine?
Yeah.
Wait, you're well versed in the HOA.
So are we removing the feet or are we saying
No,
15?
I'm saying
on
15.
top?
Yep.
Okay.
So that means that we need to update the letter, right?
Yeah, because it says 10 locations, so
Well,
you put 15 and update the price and then maybe they'll negotiate or something up. What's actually behind the list?
yeah, so I'll update it. Ellen, well, you have a motion?
It's, so motion to approve the letter with the revisions of having a total of 15 locations.
Second.
Second by Juan. Is there any additional discussions?
I think like the day of the meeting when we present it. I mean, I think we can say like, these are our suggestions, it kind of like the work stuff, these are our suggestions. We want
Okay,
the
right,
board
right, right.
to review, but ultimately, like, we believe strongly that we need to.
We are seeking, we are requesting.
You don't wanna put your suggestions in order of what we think is most important to, like top.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even 15. It's not a lot. Okay, yeah. So there's no need to sugarcoat this. This is what it is. We want 15.
Alright.
We're suggesting 15, we're recommending 15, we're mandating 15. I'm not gonna take a step back on
No, I
this.
hear you, I hear you.
You know,
We are Miami Lakes,
That's it.
so.
Yeah, we have like
you know what I mean?
32 lakes, that's averaging
So-
1 every 2 lakes.
I mentioned this last time, I visited one lake and it had like 7 all around it, like
What lake?
in
Plantation?
plantation,
Oh,
yeah.
I wouldn't swim my head.
Yeah.
It was at a park, it was at a little park, whatever, but still, the point is like, I agree with that, have a lot of water. Okay.
Okay.
cool.
Who are we getting the rings from, can I? Do we know?
Aiden Perry.
The Aaron Perry Foundation.
Okay. Good to go.
I mean,
And I think they paid for the first 10, right? They said they would sponsor,
No, I
the
think
first
something happened
3.
there now.
the what?
Did something happen and don't sponsor the first?
Oh, no more, they used to give
Oh,
like
they
the
do.
first 1 or few of
You
them.
said something like that, I
No,
remember.
here we didn't do it.
Yeah, but if we
In
did,
other municipalities, they were doing it.
and then the foundation will give you the first few of them on the house, right?
There was something like that, yes. Yes, I don't recall those details.
So we didn't even.
I mean, I'm
touch
gonna
on
reach
that.
out, yeah, I'm gonna reach out to the mom, you know, I'm sure she'll come out, and then speak again. We'll probably what we'll probably do is read the letter first,
Yeah.
and then we'll have her, you know, speak on that matter. Okay, any additional,
Last comment, the one that I saw, the stickers were all faded, so I think we need to tell them in clear language. Cause it's like,
Better.
I know the story, so it's like, man, like this isn't honoring someone. But it kind of loses that when,
so instead of a sticker, should be a plaque.
or something, it could be a better resistance sticker. I
Or
guess.
QR
Other
code.
proof,
Yeah, cause it's, I saw completely.
A better laminate, because it was paper
Yeah.
instead of like plastic or
was-
laminated.
or was
No, it was off the brain.
Huh.
It was on the, I'll double check, I don't know. Anyway, that last comment.
So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against, the ayes have it. All right, so we're going to lake awareness and how to protect our waterways.
One comment from Felicia.
One comment for Felicia. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Traffic light by Publix.
Oh, that's what we just talked about.
Yes, right? Okay.
That's the one we
Yeah.
incorporated. Okay.
Okay, so the next one is lake awareness and how to protect our waterways. What are we doing on that? That's Felicia. Is that,
The two memos.
that's the letter that's there, right?
Mhm. Should be.
Fertilization ordinance,
Is there anything for us to discuss on that, Felicia, or,
Or just approve the letter?
okay?
Yeah, approve the letter.
letter.
Awesome. You see, I begin to read
Yeah.
sign language. Or at least head language. Okay, so there, let me see, oh, Brandon.
so we have to make a motion for it?
Yes, so I motion to approve the, what is this called?
The request for fertilization ordinance.
The request, yeah, the request for a draft and implementation of fertilization ordinance, correct? Yes, okay, is there a second?
Set.
Second by, give it to Helen this time around, Mark.
Mm.
Second by Helen, any additional comments? Felicia? No, ah, psych, I can't hear you. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, the ayes have it. The beautification of the remaining electrical boxes.
Why are we be going through this?
Yeah, it's already been finalized, I think.
Yeah,
And they've already selected.
remove that,
completely.
remove
from
that,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
remove that, okay. The HOA annual meeting, remove that.
Yeah, I mean, where did we leave off last time?
Well, basically, I have it here, we're gonna talk along, then we're gonna.
So,
That's it.
I mean, the only way that we're gonna get an HOA meeting, where everybody show up, is if we get the mayor and the councilor show up. Plain and simple.
Not really,
I mean, that's the
not
only
really,
way.
it's a topic, no, it's not.
You're
it's
right,
not.
you're right. That's
It's a topic,
50%
it's
and the other 50%
No,
at the
listen.
top.
There's a council meeting every month, and how many people show up?
You're right, you're right.
So, that's not gonna happen.
We can get
So
Ron
you can
back.
remove that from the agenda.
If you want back Ron back, then, he was the only
Yeah,
time.
I'm good with a shopping heads with machetes and all that.
oh, great, that lives in my memory.
All right, green space near Northwest 87th Avenue, 141st.
We just have to approve the memo to take the council.
Where's the memo?
There. Behind the other one.
Like you're supposed to freeze them.
Request for green space beautification and shit.
Okay.
We can't move on unless the committee, votes on it for us to move on.
Okay, so I need to add this to the report. Because I don't see it in the report, correct? Want to take a glance at it? So green. Space,
And then we have the map here.
got it. Near. Northwest 87th Avenue. And 141st Street. Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Mario to approve the memo to council. on green space near Northwest 87th Avenue and 141st Street. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Frank. Any additional comments? Discussions? No, seeing none. All in favor, say aye. Yes? No, the ayes have it. Moving on to new business. Report to council. So, report to council, it's in front of you. The only thing, Isabella, that I need, is, I don't know if you can actually pull that up, is the appointed body. Do you have that accessible? So that way we can write it in.
Let's go to school, also.
Who's Felicia, who appointed you? I read that face, that means you don't know. That's you. All right, we'll give it a minute. No rush. We're good with time. Huh?
What wanna do?
Through the chair, are we still gonna, when's the last time we did the beautification contest?
Well, that's still part of the budget. So we'll have to revisit that.
Okay.
So when it comes to announcements, let's add those two. The first one you said, and beautification.
We're not, are we requesting more money or no?
No,
I mean, it was successful in the previous years that we've
Right.
done.
but hold on, let me, do you have that, Isabel?
The appointed by?
Yes.
So,
Awesome. So Felicia, who,
you want me to just go down the list of the
Yeah.
roster? Okay, so.
Felicia,
Alex.
Oh, no.
Sanchez,
I'm sorry.
Alex Sanchez.
Okay, hold on. So Felicia, who appointed Felicia?
Brian. Or-
Brian?
Mhm.
Okay, who appointed Helen?
Stephen Hersberg. Oh, cool.
Steven. Isabella?
Angelo Cordero Garcia.
Angelo? Okay, Javier Lee Soto?
Ray Garcia.
Ray? Jesus Mendoza?
Juan Carlos Hernandez.
Juan Carlos? Okay, Frank?
Josh Diego.
Josh? Juan?
Stephen Hersberg.
Steven? Mario?
Alex.
Alex Sanchez. And then you, Alex Sanchez.
So each allow two members. On this one.
Okay, so we got that.
Well, we're missing a lot of members.
Yeah, you have a lot of open spots.
Look at that.
All right, so the next one is the physical budget. You'll see it there. The numbers are pretty much the same. The initiative and events.
Just make sure you update 2024 to 2025
Oh.
instead of 20.
Through the chair, are we gonna keep the HOA quarterly meetings? If not, can we just add it to the beautification contest?
So. Yes. So when we go to the budget, we'll change it in the budget as well. Okay. All right, initiatives and events, community bike ride, 2 per year, December and April. And that will be, I'm gonna update December 2025.
That does not include the culinary bike ride?
No, that's
or
nothing to
the
it.
festive one either, or the?
No, the one in December is there.
Yeah.
And then in April is spring one. Okay, future projects and consideration. Other than what you see on that list, I added ways to beautify under Palmetto and green space near Northwest 87th Avenue. Is there anything else that we're missing here? So I do have this log that we're gonna, did you get a chance to
Yes.
put? Awesome,
So
okay,
January,
so January, huh?
Isabella and Javier were absent.
Okay, Isabella absent. And Javier absent,
Mhm.
okay,
In February, Helen and Isabella.
Helen. Absent, Isabella absent.
There is no meeting in March.
Okay.
And in April, it was Frank, Isabella, and Javier.
Yeah, in April, I'm sorry, so who was absent in April?
Frank, Isabella, and Javier.
Frank. Isabella. And. Javier. Okay, so in January.
Mhm.
Felicia was here,
Yes,
okay, so let me
according
just.
to the minutes. I can double check also when I get back.
No, those minutes are fine, this is
Yeah.
not, yeah, nobody's, if somebody wants to go, they can check themselves,
Yeah.
we're good. let me just put a check mark here because I'm gonna need this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you two were on the minutes like reported absent, so.
Okay, so everybody else, Felicia, well, I'm gonna say the names because Mario, it may be not applicable here, so Felicia was there. Helen was there. Jesus was there. Frank was there. Juan was there. Rudy was there, and Mario was not there.
In February?
No, in January.
January.
No, I wasn't here.
Right, so I'm gonna put not applicable. Okay, then in February, Felicia was there. Javier was there. Jesus, Frank, Juan, Mario, you were there in February?
Either.
Huh?
I think that was your first one.
I was appointed in March.
Okay, so not applicable.
Yeah, you were appointed in February, so your first one was last month, April, right?
Then we're already present. So we're good, so this is what it looks like. This is exactly what I'm going to present to them. Okay? Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and do it electronically. I don't like this whole, so it looks nice and clean, but I will have this copy right here every meeting. So that way you can put your own initials and we have something, you know, by everybody's handwriting, okay? So we got this. Yes,
What is Earth Day 2024?
no, that's, I don't know what you can take that off. They snuck in there.
I mean, I like it.
Rude.
What is the lake awareness and how to protect our water? It's the 2 memos is for.
Fertilizer use.
It's fertilizer, which is already.
Fertilizer.
Yes.
Connected.
Okay, cause.
Fertilizer contributes.
I think she's saying it's future projects.
Right, but there's already a fertilizer ordinance, so I didn't want,
Right.
right, cause there's how to beautify waterways and fertilizer ordinance in the same.
So in the past, this has been to bring UF IFAS, is that what this is? Okay.
So what do we remove?
We could tie something into this lake awareness and our particular waterways on the perimeter road there that leads to Barbara Goldman, that there's a canal or lake, whatever you wanna call it. That area gets full of people illegally dumping there all the time.
Yeah, but it's gotta be in connection, sorry, it's gotta be in connection with what we're presenting. We're really not doing
Okay,
anything at
so-
this point with this, so I said, let's remove that.
Alright.
And just leave the request for draft and implementation, okay? So we got Ada Perry, request for draft and implementation for fertilizer ordinance, the budget, the latest approved minutes, which are be the ones from today, and latest approved minutes will be April what?
April, no, May
May, today.
21st.
No, no, because we're gonna approve them the next day.
So it'll be 4/16. 4/16/2025. Committee attendance log, which same thing, but I'm just gonna input it in the computer. Elderly program,
I can send you a draft of what it is and then present it if it's up to the council, leave it up to you guys.
yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, you can talk on it when it
Uh-huh.
comes up. I'll let you talk on it and
Okay.
that way you can, but, okay,
I'll
so
send you
how,
the memo, bro. I'll send you. a
so
memo today.
how would we do that? Because we don't have it. I
Oh,
think in
that's
this,
right.
yeah, I
Now
think in
we-
this case,
Well,
don't keep a memo, don't do a memo,
Uh-huh.
but come and speak on it.
okay. That-
So that way there's nothing to approve, right? We'll do it for next time, but this time around, I'll let you go up and then you speak on it.
Alright.
Um,
And then we have the green space
um,
on 87th and 141st.
ways under Palmetto Expressway, okay, yeah, and 87, okay, is there any other? I have that, I have the minutes, let me see, there was. anything else.
The HOA resolution change, is that? Cause if so, if you wanna change your resolution, that needs to go before council.
Yes, that's on there.
Was it this?
This is the resolution that you're asking to be.
Yeah. Right, we need
I
to.
had it there.
What's up with the last line of the first page? All nominees must be residents of the town, or deleting that?
This was a amendment to the original resolution, so all the things you are crossed out was for part of the original resolution.
Right, so
This
we're
was done in like 2012, I believe.
2015,
So right now you're,
so we're proposing removing the strikers?
no, this is what the resolution exists already. So they're requesting is that they remove the HOA part of the resolution.
Where is it?
In section 4 duties. Part of the neighborhood improvement committee shall facilitate at least quarterly meetings of homeowner associations and similar group. So I think that's the.
So what I'm gonna put, yes, so what I'm gonna put is resolution number such and such. Request. To be. Amended,
Right, so you-
and then I'm gonna put in parentheses. HOA. Or what's the section?
it's section 4 duties. So
Section one?
I'll recommend that you go thoroughly through, it.
Yeah.
That's what I.
But what about
Yeah,
the rest
so-
of the strike through?
Yeah, so you can't strike the whole thing because it says meetings. I mean, you gotta just strike
Or just the HOA, you know,
homeowners, so you gotta strike to discuss the homeowner association issues. We don't need to discuss homeowner association issues.
so that would be what
So this-
section?
This is already out. What they want to remove is this, because you all don't want to do the HOAs.
Correct.
Correct, right?
So what section is it under?
Section
Just a-
4 duty.
It says should facilitate at least quarterly meetings of homeowner association similar groups. Yeah, so we have to get rid of that.
So what section is
What
that?
section is that?
Section 4 duties is, I think, above what you were just looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, yes.
The second
Yeah.
page. Or, yeah.
I'm still lost. I'm reading
Here.
4.
See, we're sensitive.
On the bottom,
On the
that-
bottom, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Homeowner association and similar groups. So
I mean, with that language. I mean, okay, can we,
we shouldn't put, see where it says at least quarterly meetings. Facilitate at least quarterly meetings. We shouldn't put at
D,
least.
the whole D needs to be
maybe it's
removed.
just- well, maybe it's like we shall facilitate. Meetings.
Yeah.
It's
Does it
gonna be
have
the
to
same,
be-
it's gonna be the same exercise.
No, but what if we do want to ever meet with them? Then we just striking it.
You can have any, you can have those meetings. We don't need to have this in a resolution.
Yeah.
So I think from D on,
Just D.
Yep.
I'm okay with D.
Okay, yeah, just these.
so then in this case will be. Resolution number, blah, 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 to be
Section 4 duties, strike B.
amended.
Amend B.
Strike, remove. Under section 4. 4. Letter D.
Okay, but what about the rest of the strike throughs in the other sections?
That all stays the same.
The path. Like that's already been struck.
Ooh.
Huh? Yeah.
You wanna do more striking?
No, that last one, that got me, all nominees shall be residents of the town. I don't know why they'd strike that.
Because there are people that, like Ethan,
Business.
right, business, or they,
So that-
they have an interest in other ways in the town,
Hmm.
yeah. Maybe they have like a parent here or something. Yeah. And that's across the board, that's like every committee, not just ours.
Okay, is there anything else would like to add? The log, the minutes, the budget. Okay. All right, so I motion to approve the report to council June 2025 as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Frank. Any additional comments? No? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? The ayes have it. So I will update the report.
Mhm.
Send it over to you.
Yes. It's on the people.
Yep,
the report.
all the that stuff. Yep. If I'm missing anything, just email me back, say you mentioned this, but yes, I have that. Okay, so we're gonna move on to item B, 8B, elderly program.
We
Mr.
already
Pereira?
discussed it last time, we're just gonna take it to council.
Okay. So table,
But table,
and then
Budget,
that's pretty much, oh, the budget. Oh, I just-
we just went over it.
So is there any needs or wishes?
Yes,
That you would like for the next fiscal year?
Yep.
yeah, more money, I have more money.
I think we should always ask for more.
I mean,
You
listen,
know what?
750 is one not enough for the beautiful.
As you see in your budget right now, you have 3,504 and 44 cents.
How much is our budget?
Right now is what you have.
Remaining?
3,000.
Oh, remaining, I thought I
Yeah.
had 3,000, wait, hold on a second, we got more than that.
The bike ride.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we're good. If we needed more, I think the money can go to other people that have, bigger need. I don't wanna get,
The rings, if we have more money.
we could have,
Well, actually, we
Or
could
so.
right now with our money.
You wouldn't be able to afford a bike ride.
Yeah.
Or are we still pending one bike ride?
December.
Okay.
Well, no, that falls under the new budget.
That's the new
year.
fiscal year.
Not the current.
Yeah, cause I was thinking.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
We could, and we don't have to
Maybe
do
we
that.
should take that to budget to account, now we're going. Allocate the rest of that money to that.
Sorry.
Hey, if now we lose it, Rudy,
No, because we could have done,
we don't have any other initiative till
so how
December.
much money we have left?
3,500. $3,504.44.
So I. Okay, Alright,
That gets
so-
you 13.
okay, so first, let's get the numbers for, because remember, this is next year. So we're gonna do
We're gonna do the 2 bike rides.
hold on. That's 1,150. So we're gonna do 1,150. For beautification,
Okay.
or do we wanna do? No, I say. How much were the bike rides? Remember, because we only had for two.
2,700 each.
3,145 and 56 cents.
That's for each bike ride.
That's how much the last one cost?
So 3,100,
Left the last.
give
You
or
can
take?
see it in the amount in the actuals, the amount that was
Oh,
subtracted.
Okay, 3,145, so then.
That's a lot for a bike ride.
Yeah.
There were 6
Yeah.
officers present, it was over.
There's so many officers. I know that's not on you, it's
Right.
just like, we're not getting 200 people anymore. I don't-
Alright, so in that case, we need to increase. To 6,300 bike rides.
I was gonna ask you to increase another bike ride, not a bike ride, but do the a golf one, the golf cart. Right, that we usually do.
But that means we're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's not physical.
Just community. We've done it in the past.
I mean, I got a golf cart, I've been waiting years or so. You don't gotta ask me this.
Yeah, I also like the idea, we talked about the Miami Lakes Run Club last meeting. Maybe we can, I mean, I haven't talked to them, but maybe there's a way for us to do like one joint thing. I don't know, they get a lot of people there, they get like.
Maybe a safety issue though.
Yeah, you
So I don't
can't
know if
run
it'd
a
be
bike.
able-
And I don't think that's like a formal thing with no police, so it's like.
We could do
Right.
I like the idea of doing a walking instead of a biking thing one day,
Yeah.
that would still take police.
Well, for the purpose of the budget, for sure, we have 2 bike rides.
Do you wanna add the third one for the golf cart? Cause we usually do one golf cart a year, event, which is the holiday one.
The parade?
Yeah, but if we do a bike ride, I'm,
And you remember, the councilman Alex, Sanchez wanted to incorporate some golf carts. I'm just asking, I mean, it might be far-fetched, we might ask and they say yes.
okay, so in that case, let's use the same dollar amount.
Correct.
So let's do 3,150 times 3. Well,
It's a stretch, right, city, yeah.
Like-
Just, yeah,
What's the worst?
what's you gonna say? Say
Yeah.
no.
alright, so let's do first because we're gonna have to separate them. So we'll do 3,150 times 2. So that's 6,300 per bike ride,
And then 31
and then 3,150.
for golf cart.
Right,
That's based on 6 officers.
well, I'm thinking they're gonna need, they're not gonna do anything less.
They
I'm not gonna do
probably
anything less.
won't even listen to us if we ask for less off.
Yeah, they're not gonna listen to that. And then the next one will be for the beautification,
1150. We get 1,200.
I said 1,000. It's not much.
For what? For the golf
On beautification,
beautification.
I mean, we're already asking for the golf cart. So
Sure.
1,200. Now, I don't wanna push you guys.
We are pushing.
I think class our budget.
To begin with.
How's that?
Yeah, so.
And then. What else?
That's it?
So,
You know what, for the bike ride, let's do 6,500
Instead of what?
instead of 6,300, and the reason is, you know, to have maybe refreshments, huh?
Inflation?
Oh, inflation, maybe by the time they
Have
approve it,
something.
we have it, it's already here.
some morning donuts.
Right.
you know.
Right, so to have some refreshments. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna say one more time, so. I motion to. For the proposed budget for the NIC 2025-2026 calendar, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not, it's a fiscal year. 6,500 bike ride. That will be 2 bike rides. 3,150 golf cart, 1 ride. And 1,200 for beautification, and I think that should be 1 or 2.
Oh,
Should we do it once a year,
Oh,
like a one shot 1,200, or do we want to divide it into?
Or we do 600 beautification and 600 holiday spirit kind of like decoration, and maybe we get that spirit going in.
No,
Now,
but there, that they done any of that. That's I've heard of. It's a
a
whole
whole other.
deal.
Okay, yeah.
I think.
I mean, the
I kind of
1,200
know,
is
to be
fine.
honest with you, I think you do one, because when you do.
One, that's it. We do
Yeah.
renovations. You don't spend
600
100
bucks.
bucks.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of money. I agree. Okay, so that would be 1. Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mario. Any additional comments, discussions? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Okay, the ayes have it. Then
So we're gonna ask for $11,000.
now on this one also, I'm gonna motion to ask the council to utilize you said $3,500?
31,
3150.
Where we have left
31, no, 350444.
31,
No, 3504
3504,
44.
44 to be used for the Aiden Perry
Initial.
rings. Is
That would definitely help our cause.
there a second?
Second.
Second by Mario. Any additional comments?
So
So,
we
okay.
basically use our funds to fund
Yep.
our initiative.
Well, partially, yeah, we don't know what the total will be, but we
So each
partially.
like costs $395.
Yeah, we're gonna be 4 short, 400 short.
Still, I mean, if you.
Well,
I mean, if Tom could put that in.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would think they would fill in
Okay.
the gap.
So just so I'm clear on how to edit this.
So,
I meant 400 short. $400,
Yeah.
One ring.
because we're at 39.50 for 10 rings.
Yeah, and if they don't
What
want to
if
fund it,
we're
we just take one ring
What
out.
if we were gonna pitch 15 and we were gonna amend this letter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, that's the number, but we're,
but we still want 15,
right,
right?
so we're saying we'll put in this.
Correct. The item is, it's because you have to go in front of them, ask them to change those funds. So we relocate them, reallocate them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm adding it to the report to council to ask the reallocation of those funds.
And then say.
regardless if we don't use those funds, they go back to the
Right,
general. account,
correct.
so,
And then we can say meet us less than halfway, you know, that's.
Exactly.
Correct.
Basically, it would be, so it's between having one more bike ride or funding our own rings is what we're.
Funding most of our own.
No, because we don't, that other bike ride would fall into the new budget year.
So we missed it. So we might as well
Yeah.
just
Correct.
reinvest it into our community.
Correct.
Or
We would have to use the bike ride before October.
So-
Ain't nobody riding bike in that.
That's when that hit, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna, so that way,
Like it.
I'm gonna make my motion to add the revision of the letter to add these comments that will be, if approved by council, will be utilizing portion of our budget to fund the rings.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Second.
Second by Mario.
Third,
Okay, let me add this here, add reallocate
Like it.
35.
Yeah, because we do have to make a motion before you go to council.
Two. Three.
Through the chair, before you go to council, do we have
Hold on.
anything else that we wanna present to them? Because this is our time.
I think we're good. We have enough. Plenty of letters that are coming their way. I mean, my opinion. Okay.
Deadline to appoint more people.
Huh?
Deadline to appoint more people.
We do, I didn't know we had that many
So we have
vacancies.
14 spots.
What? How many?
14 rings. 14.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against, the ayes have it.
The Felicia-
Announcements?
Was that an eye from Felicia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
go
good.
Mario, what were the announcements? Remember I told you to say the announcements, or two of them? You missed it?
Yeah, I missed that.
It's okay. Good.
No.
That's what I told them, that's what I told them too. Make sure you add, I said something, and you were about to say something, and I say, hold it,
Hold it.
put you to the announcement. It's all right. It probably was not as important as it should have been at this point, for the record. All right, so I motion to adjourn the meeting at 10:06 PM.
Second.
Second by Helen. Any additional comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, you guys have it. Meeting adjourned. Thank you so much, Felicia.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you guys for coming.